Despite the ongoing mafia activities, Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 2 allocates time for the families of Dwight and Tyson, who are impacted by their illegal pursuits in distinct ways. Positively, Dwight and his daughter Tina are shown showing around a home that Tina intends to relocate her family into. Tina speaks about leaving her company in New York and starting again. And before the program closes, the paperwork for the house that she fell in love with is completed. She informs her aunt, Dwight's sister Joanne, portrayed by Luke Cage, Season 2 antagonist Annabella Sciorra, formerly of Law & Order: Criminal Intent, about it. As soon as possible, Joanne shows up at Dwight's hotel room and says she's done with New York and plans to stay in Tulsa. These promotions to the main cast are not shocking to fans of Tulsa King, who have followed the show's news between seasons. A press statement announcing the start of Season 2 indicated that both Tatiana Zappardino, who portrays Tina, and Sciorra had been promoted. Even if Joanne's rationale is far more arbitrary, they nonetheless provide justifications for Tina and Joanne to have a bigger role in the program. And this program feels distinct from a typical mafia narrative because of that familial connection, among other reasons. Not every trip for Dwight can involve his group. In order for the viewer to be invested in him, they must also be invested in his identity outside of the mafia. The two main players in it are Tina and Joanne. The return of Michael Beach as Mark Mitchell to Kansas City Blues is even better news. It should ease the concerns of those who are still aggrieved that his character was left out of the Mayor of Kingstown's story. It's nice to see Beach again, even though Mark isn't Kareem Moore. Furthermore, Beach does a lot with comparatively little. Dwight's rejection by Mark is evident when he decides to remain at the Mitchell residence in order to elude reporters. There isn't much time to contrast and compare. While Mark observes how Dwight's actions negatively impact his son Tyson, Dwight's family sees the positive aspects of his activities, and those are equally valid points of view. A crucial element of Kansas City Blues is that Dwight decides to represent himself in court, which is a grave error that most criminal defendants make. This isn't the amazing Vin Diesel film Find Me Guilty, which is based on a true tale of a gangster who beat the authorities in court by defending himself at trial. Whether the authors of Tulsa King want to highlight the problems associated with self-representation will be intriguing to watch, particularly in the case of Dwight, whose decision is mostly based on his prior legal experience and his reputation for being quite ignorant on many subjects. Will they look into the difficulties he encounters, or will the plot resemble that of the second episode of Season 2, with Dwight's success coming only from being Sylvester Stallone's character and Dwight? Both possibilities are plausible, as the episode also exposes who other characters are against Dwight, and he quickly discovers who one of them is. It is discovered that Cal Thresher has the local U.S. attorney in his pocket, and he convinces him to personally supervise Dwight's trial. Anyone with common sense, including the judge who makes this point, would immediately be suspicious of his attendance in court. To make matters even more evident, Dwight discovers on the message slip that the U.S. attorney received a call from Thresher when he pays the guy a visit in an attempt to work out a plea agreement. Dwight now understands that there is a connection between the two. Unbeknownst to him, Goody is contemplating accepting Chickie's invitation to switch sides. This is rather fitting for Goody, given he previously joined Dwight's squad in Season 2. Thus, Scala and Winter have arranged their dots admirably. A brief cameo and performance by Jelly Roll, posing as a performer at Tulsa's Bouquet Center, is the lone weak moment in Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 2. Nothing more than a "hey, look at this celebrity at Bodie's grand opening party" is added to the show by the presence. Kansas City Blues features all the backstabbing and storyline that Episode 1 lacked, save from that one odd moment. With some recently acquired wind turbines, Dwight has a scheme to get himself out of jam. His adversaries and their schemes are well defined. The program has dealt all of its cards in one episode. All that remains is for it to pull it off.